Hey, Redheads and everyone else listening. I'm Stephanie.
I'm Adrienne. Today we have such a fun topic. We're talking about nails, and our guest, so pumped, is Maria Salandra. She is a natural redhead and literally the celebrity nail artist. She's so hot right now. She's been hot for like 5 years. She's amazing.
She's Rihanna's personal nail artist and has been since 2013. And we've started following her, right?
You know, I'm so excited to talk to her because, and I didn't even share this with you because I wanted to keep it for this, but I have to talk to her because I remember she called in to the How to Be a Redhead office line in like 2012 or 2013, something. And we didn't get to talk, but she just left a voicemail saying that she had found us and how supportive she was of this community because she's such a proud redhead. And I think we just kept in touch through Instagram and stuff throughout.
Yeah, she's awesome. And her work is pure art.
Phenomenal.
She's so cool to follow. And we're just really excited too because we love nails and we always have loved to get our nails done.
Yeah,
and I think, you know, we had a section in our book about nails, and it was important for us to make sure that our publishers included this part in the book because nails are part of skin. So,
and it's really a sensitive topic for some redheads. Stephanie, you have very sensitive cuticles.
I do.
Nails.
I know.
Yeah.
Mine always break. Or I want to say if I go to a new person, I always have to tell them not to OD with when they trim your cuticles. I usually just like them pushed down. And then if they see any raised skin, just lightly. But if they butcher my cuticle a few days after getting them done, I start to peel. And then they start to actually like bleed a little bit. And I was actually talking to a friend who gets the same thing after getting her nails done. And she was just saying that she has really sensitive nail beds. So, and I know over the years, we've gotten asked this question by multiple redheads. And it's something that, you know, makes sense. If you have sensitive skin, maybe a sensitive scalp, it's a no-brainer that your nails are part of your skin, that it's a sensitive area too, my accent. So yeah, I think it's something, you know, and nowadays there's so much fun nail polishes out there, really cool nail art. And I know that we love to include nail polishes in the H2 Bar box, and we do it a couple times a year. And I know the last one was with Pretty Woman, and it was that Mermaid Kisses. It's the one that we have in our shop.
It's in the e-commerce store too. Yeah, but I think the colors are so fun for redheads because it's like another redhead friendly, you know, extension of fashion.
Yeah.
So I think that a lot of people get really excited about the colors because like for me right now, like I have a bright pink on and I think that looks so cool with my red hair. So
yeah,
I
and I love red.
So fun.
I love a
so
red
classic.
with my fair skin next to my freckles with gold jewelry. That's my favorite combination. Right now, mine are like a pink coral.
Yeah.
Would you say? Yeah.
Yeah, they're so pretty. They're so pretty. So anyway, Maria, she just has such a cool story. Really excited to dig in deeper with her about all of the stories behind how she became so successful. But what Stephanie and I love so much is how life just takes you on a path. And you've heard us talk about this with How to Be a Redhead. Like I thought I was going to be a lawyer, and then that kind of just, you know, led me into starting How to Be a Redhead with Steph and like wanting to like do something together and be really passionate about our hair and confidence. And you're like, you live one life. So it's crazy the way life takes you. So originally, Maria thought that she wanted a career in music, and she only started to do nails on the side as like a side hustle. And in 1990, she opened up her own salon in New Jersey, and that funding was really going to help her with her music career. So the aspiring singer was really living a parallel life. She would go from managing the salon during the day to singing gigs at night, which included working the club circuit and going into the studio to record background vocals. So eventually, one of her two career paths started to take off faster than the other, and that was nails. And with the help from a few friends in the film industry, she landed her first big Hollywood film, Mixed Nuts, starring Steve Martin, Adam Sandler, and Rita Wilson.
Oh my God, what a good cast.
So good. And then her big break came along This is Adrian. I am a huge Sopranos fan. Stephanie and I grew up watching The Sopranos. My mom's obsessed with Carmela. And
Oh my God, it's such a good
she
show.
did Carmela's nails in The Sopranos, and she did
And I remember her
Adriana's
nails and Adriana's nails in the show, being young
it's
and
everything.
watching it and seeing their nails, and they were always so nicely done.
So nice. So that was like a big break for her. And then obviously it led to so much more. So these Hollywood jobs led to incredible, and we're going to focus on the redhead clientele because she has so many. But the big ones, Nicole Kidman, Julianne Moore, Julia Roberts. And Julia Roberts, I always view her as a redhead.
Me
Pretty
too.
Woman.
Even though
she's blonde or brunette most of the time. But
yeah,
there's something about her. Like there's something, she looks so good with red
she
hair.
does.
She
She
looks
does.
so good. So Maria has done the nails of like people like the Kardashian, the Jenners, other celebrities like Rachel McAdams, who's sometimes a redhead, Christina Aguilera,
Who's
Jennifer
gone red.
Garner. Yeah.
And so is Jennifer Gardner. I feel like in that one show back in the 2000s, I can't remember the name of it, but she was a redhead for a hot second.
Yeah. So Maria, she never knows what type of project will come her way. It could be making nail designs for like 50 models in one of Rihanna's fashion shows or flying to London for a last minute event. But we're just so happy that she has time to talk to us about being a redhead and, of course, nails.
So let's call her up.
Let's call her.
The H2 Bar Box, a monthly beauty subscription box for redheads. Each box is worth $80 plus, and each product is redhead friendly approved.
Head to h2barbox.com to subscribe and use code podcast to receive 20% off.
Hi.
Hi.
So nice to talk to you. We have been following
Thank you.
for so
Thank you.
long.
Me too. Same the same.
So first of all, you're a very proud redhead, and you're so
I am.
beautiful. So what was it like growing up as a redhead?
It was difficult because I carried everything that a kid would want to bully you for: red hair, freckles, glasses, overweight, the tallest in the school. But my kids, they would call me Carrot Top all the time, and my answer back would be, "You don't even know what a carrot looks like because carrot's top is green."
I know. It is.
that.
I don't understand how we got that Carrot Top as a nickname when
Right.
it's green.
Yeah.
Right.
I know. And then do you come
See?
from a family of redheads?
Yeah.
Wow.
My great-grandmother was a redhead, 6-foot redhead.
Wow.
And my mom was like Auburn, and then there was nobody else. There were so many kids on both sides of the family because it was 2 sisters, 2 brothers that married, so the same bloodline was on either side. And my great grandmother was the redhead. My brother came out because my brother and my sister are 14 years older than I am, so he came out with dark hair, dark eyes. We're Italian, and
So
my
are
sister
we.
came
I
the
love
next
Italian
year.
redheads.
See? I love it because they, like, men will always speak Italian in front of me thinking I'm Irish, and then I answer them, and they don't know what they're saying.
Oh my
Like, what was
gosh, I love
I am
that.
not Irish. I am not Irish. Thank you so much. So
We have
my
the same
sister had the red
response.
hair, and then I came along 13 years later, and I had red hair. So we're the only 2 redheads. It's my mother. My grandmother was redhead. My great-grandmother's redhead. My mom's redhead. My sister and I. And my dog.
Wow. And your dog. My dog, too, has
And
red
my
hair. He has beautiful, like, velvet red hair. It's, like, so beautiful.
Yes. I'm a little poodle girl.
So
Oh,
you
I
have
love that.
You have an incredible story about how you became a nail artist. So you were
Uh-huh.
originally a singer, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's where I got my red hot nails. Was like it morphed from red hot. Rhea nails. So, and then before, when I was singing, we'd send out all these tapes to record companies and stuff. So my sister, because I had the red hair, my sister was managing me, and any press packet that we put out was always a red folder, a red binder. Everything was red so it went along with me,
Yeah.
And my name was, I was Maria Salandra, then I was just Rhea, and then I was Tavia. So I did a lot of stuff back then. I sang with a lot of people. I worked with Celine Dion, and I sang
Oh my
with
God, she's an
Luther
icon.
Vandross,
I
and
love Celine Dion.
yeah, my queen Celine. Yeah,
That's
is-
actually one of Stephanie and I's favorite things to do in the car is sing to her because she's so.
We know every
amazing.
song, and it's crazy because
love it. I love it.
We went on a family trip last October, and our whole family's in the car, and we're getting driven by like Uber or Lyft, I can't remember, and the driver puts on Celine Dion, and we knew all the
God.
words. So the whole van,
Oh, yeah.
everyone is singing, and the driver gave us it was my account, gave us the greatest review saying like we sang Celine Dion together. But it's just something, we grew up with her, and she's an icon.
Totally.
So talking
icon.
about celebs too, Rihanna, you literally, I know we were just reading about how in 2018, her Met Gala nails are still like so prominent, that everyone.
You really read that?
About.
I didn't see that anywhere.
Yeah.
I was so mad I didn't get to do anything this year.
Yeah. So how did that come about that you are her personal nail artist and, you've created so much for her?
I have. We're a very big team, and I say that proudly. And we share the stage. So we have Kimmy in LA, and Jenny is in London, and I'm here on the East Coast. So, and she is very close to the people that are in her inner circle. And when she loves somebody, she loves them. And I'm very blessed, and I never take it for granted that I'm part of that. I just kind of know. I get like a sixth sense sometimes about my clients and what they like. And I could put all this stuff together and go, you know what? I think tonight she might want blue. And I'll run back into my house before I leave and grab something. And inevitably, it's just what she might choose. And as far as the Met Ball nails, when I heard of the initial theme last year, I mean, it's iconic. With the Vatican and Catholicism, and I knew it was going to be some kind of Baroque thing, and I knew she would have that Pope's hat on for some reason, and I had some nail art supplies, and I took them and turned them from gold into silver, and then I had diamonds I was going to actually put in them, but on the flip side of it, I wouldn't have been able to get them out of the nail. So we wound up using CZs in them, but it was so much fun to do that. She loved it.
Wow!
And so, beautiful. What inspires you when creating your designs?
Well, when I hear a theme or I see a look book or some kind of inspiration page, at first it's like writing songs. At first you sit down at the piano and you kind of tap out a note here or there and you go, oh, maybe that doesn't work. And sometimes I even feel like I've lost my touch. And then all of a sudden something just comes. Honestly, I'm going to tell you the God's honest truth. that night when I was creating, I made so many different designs, and I had the Beatles on Let It Be. And as I was just sitting there and listening to that music, it just kind of came to me, and I started to just flow. And all the designs I sent them, I'd made at least 25 designs for her that night, and then sent the pictures to her, and that was the one that she chose.
Wow. So
yeah,
it's a gift.
Kind of comes to you.
Yeah, that is a gift.
It is.
Yeah, it's a baby. You have a period, like a gestational period of inspiration and ideas, and then eventually you got to mold it and work with it and try again until you get what really is in your mind. But that nail itself was exactly the way I wanted it to come out. I wanted it to come out. So it was just really a great moment for me as a technician.
And talking all about this, it brings up how nails are more than just a color. So talking about cuticles, redheads have really sensitive skin, a lot of redheads, and usually, tying in with sensitive skin, sensitive cuticles. Yeah. And I know with myself, I have an issue when I go to a new nail person. I finally found someone that I really trust. But if I don't really know them and they don't know me and my nails, if they do way too much of my cuticle, take it away, a few days later, I notice that it starts to peel.
They
And
tear,
yeah, so I guess we've heard this from a few other redheads who have written into us over the years asking about the same thing. And I really can relate with what they're talking about because, I get aggravated if I love my manicure and then it comes out so great and I love my color. And then a few days later, it's all peeling. So I guess what are your tips for this? And have you seen it before with some of your clients?
I have, because, if you're not a really skilled technician, you should know, I only do manicures with water. You have to make sure that the cuticles are soft and moist, because if they're not, then you're just you're tearing not only the skin, but you're tearing the nail as you push it back as well. So, and if the person that is taking care of you doesn't have an understanding that you need to clip only the cuticle that lies, called the pterygium, that lies on the surface of the nail. You have two cuticles. You have the one that lies on the surface, and you have the one that's called the groove. So you don't ever want to touch what's around the nail. You can just lightly push them back, and whatever peels up from the nail, that's what you cut off, because you don't want to deal with live tissue. And if you do that, if someone does that and they're not using or cutting it in one piece, it should be done in one piece. That way they don't peel back.
Wow.
And it should be done with a very sharp nipper, because if there's any kind of, I dump my nippers all the time. I buy new ones probably once a month, because I don't even like when they're sharpened. When they're new, that's when they're their best, and the point is where it's supposed to be. So if it's dull a little bit or bent a little bit, they're going to tug and pull the cuticle instead of cut the cuticle. So for me, and then of course cuticle oil, I don't care if it's lip gloss, just hydrate your cuticles all the time, and it helps so much.
Right. I know. I started doing that, and I noticed a big difference, especially right before bedtime. I put on some cuticle stuff.
Exactly.
Do you have a favorite hand lotion or cuticle oil?
I love Weleda.
Yeah.
Weleda, that is the best. I have such a good relationship with that company, so I'm always giving them out to my celebrities. And they have a lavender oil that's really a body oil, but it is so nourishing and so thick almost. It's not too thick that it's stays in place, but it's like an olive oil kind of thick.
Oh, I love
and
that.
It's just so delicious on your skin. I love it. I love it. Coconut oil is good too, but I really love the Weleda.
Yeah. And so now when it comes to nail discoloration, how do you bring them back to normal if maybe it's a client that, just from having their nails done and colored for months and months?
Right. And the pigment's a little dark and stays. Sometimes there are different colors that do that. There's a couple of Essie colors that do that. I just find if you do your manicure and it's still there, then you could either take a little lemon juice and peroxide and leave a cotton ball on there with lemon juice equal parts. It kind of blanches it a little bit, and then you could take a light 3-way buffer and just buff the surface.
Oh, that's
and
a
that'll
great
take
tip.
it off. Yeah.
And then how about white spots on the nails?
I used to have those.
White spots are damage. Everybody thinks that that's calcium deposits or something, or deficiency, but that's it's called leukonychia, and the leukonychia is caused by damage to the nail. So if somebody goes and they're pushing or filing too hard, a lot of people think that when you have bad cuticles that you have to file the cuticle to get it off and make it soft enough to go and cut it then, and that's the worst thing to do, because then you're just putting grooves in the natural nail plate, and that's even worse.
And then so what's your, I guess, opinion on gel or SNS? Do you favor one, or is it just standard nail polish?
I do like gel, but I also tell my clients, all right, it's time. You can't wear this anymore. It's damaging your nails. We got to just give it a little break.
Yeah.
Because gel polish can destroy your nails, and we're very, very fragile. And when I use gels on my nails, gel color, not even forget gel enhancements, they'll just you'll never see your nails again. But on people like us, when you're sensitive and then you have to put your hand in and out of the light, you feel that burn, no matter if it's a UV light or an LED light. It's really bad. I spent my whole life in the sun, sadly, and now I'm very regretful of it because I have a lot of skin cancer and sun damage on my hands and on my arms and my legs. It's just everywhere. So,
Wow.
Do you have to go to the
Yeah.
dermatologist a lot?
I do. I've been going for years, but it's like popcorn all over me. I go to a very famous dermatologist that's kind enough to do this treatment on me that my insurance wouldn't pay for.
Oh, wow.
And-
Is it like a laser?
Yeah. It's a laser. He does Fraxel. He
Oh,
does
okay.
Fraxel on me, and I do photodynamic treatment also. So it's really important that people are educated about these kinds of things. They're great. I love it in the summer. You can go to the beach. Your nail polish doesn't dull. You can
Right.
walk in the sand, and your polish doesn't dull. But there are drawbacks. So if you are on top of it and you say, wait a second, I've had this on for like 2 months. We've been doing this for about 2 months. I think I want to give it a break because that's what I do with my clients.
Yeah, I know.
So,
When we were getting our nails done, Adrian and I want to say in New York City sometime last year, and we saw these girls all next to us, and they actually were putting on gloves. You remember,
Yeah,
Adrian?
going in
Yeah.
the UV
When
light.
they were
yeah.
getting in the UV light, and
Oh,
we haven't
yes.
seen that any other salon except for this one, and
Oh,
it makes
yeah. I
you.
used to do that.
Yeah, it's really important because it makes you think, oh my God, I think I should be wearing some gloves because
Mhm.
it's sun damaging on your hands.
Yeah. Well, if you see UV lights anywhere, that's like ancient now. Most everybody and most all products are LED, and you really don't get any of that effect on your hands. But for me, my skin is so sensitive
Yeah.
that I still get that burning feeling on my skin if I'm in and out and in and out and in and out.
I know that feeling, yeah.
Do you wear
Yeah.
sunscreen daily now?
Oh my God, yes. I miss my tan so much.
Yeah.
I miss my
Do you
freckles.
tan though because you're a redhead?
I do,
sorry, you're
because
Italian?
I do, but I haven't been in the sun. I'm like, Aunt Esther under the umbrella at the beach with the sunscreen, just reapplying every 15 minutes because I
that's
can't
us
take it.
too. Yeah.
You
Yeah, that's totally us too. And talking about just being a redhead, your hair is so beautiful. Have you ever touched
Thank
it, or
you.
do you have to enhance it, or?
Well, I do now because I'm older, but not a lot. I just buy something over the counter and just throw it in. But I don't like to play with it because, when I was younger, I used to put highlights in it, and my mother would scream, "People pay for that hair. What are you doing?"
And
But now, what?
and talking more about nails,
Mhm.
so for spring and summer with nail colors, are you seeing any trends that are coming about more like
Right.
I'm really into pastels now on my nails. Are you seeing any like favorite nail colors that you're loving?
I'm loving all the pinks. I'm such a pink girl.
Yeah.
I know they say that redheads shouldn't wear pinks, but I love pinks and they
I
look
love
great.
pink.
I love
I
pink.
love pink
Adrian,
and red.
both of our nails are kind of pink.
Right now.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
pink and red together. I think it looks so cool.
Totally. I love that like blue pink.
Me too.
I'm not like a pastel pink kind of girl,
Yeah.
but I love the blue pinks. It's got a bottom color of blue in there somewhere, even if it's lighter or darker. Like, what's one of my favorite colors? Back in the day, you guys probably wouldn't know this, but there was a color by Revlon called Cherries in the Snow. And it was like a real fuchsia, like really beautiful berry fuchsia. And they don't make it anymore. I wish they did because it was a perfect color. It was a perfect color.
That sounds really nice. We were talking before this that we love a red. I
Yeah.
love a red with my freckles.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
It's one of my favorite nail colors. And do you
That's
have?
all I wear on my toes. I
Yeah,
always wear red on my toes.
I love red on my toes.
It's so classic.
It
yeah.
is. I know. And
Yeah.
do you have any favorite nail brands?
I love OPI. I love Dior. I love Dior polishes. I have a company that I work with. It's called Tammy Taylor. She's a professional line, but her polish colors, she makes the gel and the polish together so they match.
Oh, I
And,
love that.
I love that too.
Yeah. So, I have clients. I had a salon for 30 years and I let go of it about 2 years ago. And so, you have these clients that would come in that, oh my God, and I would mix colors together and make it look like the gel because it doesn't look exactly like the gel and it has to be exactly like the gel. And so when everybody started to do this dual collection thing, it made life so much easier for me.
Yeah.
But my favorite red from OPI is Malaga wine.
Oh, good one.
That's my go-to color.
I like their names are always so great for nail companies.
I know.
Must be a fun
I wanted
job.
that job.
I know.
Like, who's making these up?
Like at Lincoln Park After Dark on
Yes,
OPI.
classic.
There's like classic ones, like what is the other one? Red Apple or
Big Apple Red.
Big Apple Red.
Yeah, that's such a good one. And I just want to say too, I am, we grew up in an Italian household in like a very Italian neighborhood. And so The Sopranos was always on when we were growing up. It's one of our main memories. And so I just rewatched the season with my husband last summer. And I was admiring the nails and I didn't know that it was you who did the nails. And then then about like 6 or 7 months ago, you had posted something and I was like, oh my God.
It was the anniversary, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a couple months ago.
How was that? That must have been amazing.
Oh my God, it was so much fun. I knew everybody, literally, like from going out. All those actors, some of them were playing a role and others were not. They were just doing their thing.
Yeah.
And they'd always hang out at my friend's restaurant every Thursday night. We were there with everyone, including James Gandolfini. And
he's the best. Oh my God.
Yeah, he was. He was a really nice guy. And then on the flip side to the backstage part of shooting, the person who did the hair and the makeup and the whole team, I went to high school with one of the daughters. They came from Cliffside. So it was just like a family affair all the way around. And for me, I mean, I was spending hours making just hundreds of press-on nails for this thing. Wow. And I would have stayed up all night long. I didn't care. My parents were sick at the time. I was in Hackensack Hospital here in New Jersey in the lobby, airbrushing nails to get them done, to get them out for the next day's shoot. So
how much goes into it?
It was really
right?
a great experience.
That's awesome. There's so much that goes into, production and just getting all the characters ready, that nails are so important, especially with the characters that you worked on, like Carmela. I remember
her nails were part of her character.
Yeah.
Yeah, she says it. She wasn't Carm until she put her nails on.
I know. I know. Wow.
And I'm sure artists like Rihanna feel the same way. They're...
Oh, totally.
Their nails...
She's iconic.
Right.
Her nails are as much an accessory to her as the jewelry that she puts on.
Yeah. And Adrian and I always say, too, when we have our nails done, we feel so much cleaner and put together. Yeah, even if our hair's in a messy
I'm never
bun.
on the receiving end.
I know. Do you get your nails done? Do you treat yourself?
No. I'm the worst client in the world. I walk into a salon, I put my feet in the pedicure unit, and I assess everything while I'm sitting there for a second. And I'm like, why are you doing it like that? Why? Can I just show you something? What are you doing? Don't do it that way. Where's your boss? Can I see your boss? It's
You're
really
great.
bad.
That's so awesome. Our last question, and I was reading an article, and so I thought this was cool, but you talked about how you're really interested in nude nail polish for darker skin because it's really missing.
Yeah.
So do you have plans to do anything in terms of, coming out with anything specific? I thought that was so cool because, you probably understand that being a redhead, we're not catered to.
It's the same situation.
It's the same situation.
Right.
It's the same situation. And, honestly, Ree really understands that because she's always trying products on me because she's like, there's so many shades of redheads. It's not just the red hair blue-eyed or the red hair brown-eyed. There are all different because they're biracial or whatever. There's so many gorgeous red-headed models that I see that are biracial that I just like. My boyfriend is black. My boyfriend, he'll be my husband next week.
Oh my God.
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I always call my boyfriend.
That's awesome. Oh my God. Congrats.
I hope you're getting your nails done.
But
for
every
that.
time I see a little biracial child with red hair, I'm like, oh, honey, that could be our child. We could have had that. Come on. They're so beautiful.
They're so beautiful.
So beautiful. Yeah, all children are beautiful, but redhead ones are like, Did I ever tell you? I think I told you this, or I wrote it somewhere. That a child said to me once about my freckles. When I said that I didn't like my freckles when I was little, she said, "My mom always tells me that a face without freckles is like a sky with no stars."
Yeah, I love that.
Isn't that empowering?
Right?
Yeah,
I say
really
that
special.
to everyone. Do you remember when you put this post up where you said you were asking us, do you just like go crazy when you see other redheaded people, like it's a sisterhood that they don't
Secret
know
club.
about, or we have the secret club, right? And just the other day, where were we? We were in a restaurant, and the window was out to the patio area, and right across the window was this child, a new child with just flaming red hair. I'm like, oh, can I see her baby, please? And I do that every time I walk into a store because I feel like, they're one of us.
They are.
Totally. Totally. Well, you don't know how much it means that we got to speak to you and like meet you via
I know,
podcast.
me too.
Yeah.
Anytime.
Thank you so much. We love following your
You're
career.
welcome.
The H2 Bar Box, a monthly beauty subscription box for redheads. Each box is worth $80 plus, and each product is redhead friendly approved.
Head to h2barbox.com to subscribe and use code podcast to receive 20% off.
I love her so much. She's so real.
She's so real. I feel like she's someone we grew up with.
I keep looking at my nails. I'm like, I need to get them done.
She's so awesome. She's so humble for
how successful she is.
Yeah, and how many amazing, just amazing artwork.
I loved her tips
everywhere.
too about discoloration and some of her favorite just colors and the names of them and just all of her tips.
Yeah. And I remember when we were growing up, our mom used to always say, and catch her, we did a whole episode with her in season 1, but
we should have her back.
We should, but she was always really big, specifically on me, about keeping my nails up. And I know Stephanie too, but you were always a little bit better about it than me. But
it's hard to keep them up.
It's so hard, but she's right. Before we came into the podcast studio, I said to Stephanie, I really need my nails done because I'm going to feel better sitting here talking about beauty stuff if my nails are done.
Right.
So now I feel so great, and I have a little pep in my step when my nails are always done. And I really try to go every couple weeks just to upkeep them because it's so important. But I loved all of her tips. I loved her confidence. You can tell that she really loves her hair.
And it's so true what she said, how it is an accessory and it's part of characters, whether they're on TV or they're a celebrity or everyday, women and men getting their nails done. That nails are so a part of us. And I know not everyone gets their nails done. It's not them. I know we have some friends that just don't get their nails done, and we talk about that on how we really love getting our nails done.
We do.
I love the massage. I really soak that in.
I love everything about it. I
Me
love
too.
the experience. I love sitting there and relaxing. I love the after effect. I love just leaving the house and your nails.
And I don't bite my nails anymore now that I get them done.
I know, you were a nail biter for a while.
I'm a nervous picker sometimes, but if they're done, I won't touch them.
Yeah.
But right now, I've been really liking SNS too. So I know that some, it depends on what you want. Some people like SNS, some people like gel.
Yeah.
But I like her tip too on how you need to take a break. I feel like after I get them done next week, I'm going to need a break for a month or two, and I might that's when, if you're listening and you're looking at your nails and you're kind of saying to yourself, oh, I think I need to take a break. Some of her tips were really great on the fact that, let them breathe, apply a coconut oil or a cuticle oil, especially at night, and let them soak into your nails while you're sleeping. And especially on your toes, if you get some, and I know you can probably get them cheap on Amazon, but do the same with your toes. And then what I like to do is I'll put foot cream on and then cuticle oil, and I'll just get some cotton socks. And online you can even get some, they're like a little spa footsie type of socks, and they're just really breathable. And then let your feet kind of soak with everything that you just put on with the socks over it. And then I like to go to bed like that. And then in the next morning, I notice that my cuticles just look a little softer because I suffer from dry cuticles.
Yeah.
So that's just something
that you do?
That you can kind of do, especially in the summertime because we're hard on our feet. We walk everywhere.
Yeah. But for me, my nails are really strong naturally. But and I've noticed that the gel does make them stronger. Especially if I'm washing dishes a lot or if I'm underwater a lot, it keeps them strong. And I don't feel like I need to take a break that often. I usually take a break
your nails are a lot harder than mine.
Yeah. But I do notice that in the past, if I ever, because I always do gel, but if I take the gel off myself, that's when you really ruin the nail.
Yeah.
The best tip that I can ever give anyone is
Get
to
it
make
done
sure
at a
that you're
salon.
always going to a salon and getting it taken off, because they'll really do it a lot more gentle. And that's kind of been the secret for me of like constantly doing the gel. I think you mess up when like you take your gel off and then you go back and get more gel. Like that's not going to be good. But if you do it at a salon.
Well, I think it's hard too because the gel, once it starts rising a little bit and gets stuck in my hair,
that's the worst.
I like cringe. And then that's when I start picking it, knowing that I need to go get it done. But I agree, the moment you tear it off yourself, it's the worst thing that you can do for your nails, because then you can kind of see everything being torn on your nails.
Right.
And that's when the white spots occur on me. Do you get white spots?
No, I used to when I was little, but I haven't got them in years.
You know what's really helped me? I've been taking a vitamin B. Adrian and I, we don't eat meat, so I started taking a vitamin D, and I noticed my nails have gotten so much thicker.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely like an internal thing. I just feel like I've always had long nail beds, and my nails have always
Do you
been
miss
thicker.
your, what do you call those, stiletto nails?
I do a little bit. I had like long nails, and then I would only get the tips on like my right hand and my first 2 fingers, because that's like where I use the most.
You type
and the
and
rest
stuff?
were my natural. But honestly, it was too much upkeep that I couldn't
Taking
keep
off
up.
your contacts.
I was ripping so many contacts that I thought this
Or
is
Josh,
this is
Adrian's
no way.
husband, had to take them
Them
out.
out. Oh my gosh, that's so funny that I did that. I look back and I'm like, why did I do that? But my nails were so important.
They
I
were
loved
beautiful.
them. I really loved them. So anyway, I love Maria. She's awesome.
I know, and I'm so
I just
happy we
can't
could
wait.
do a whole episode talking with her,
Me
talking
too.
about nails. And, definitely look on our website. We do a lot of articles about nails, and every season we kind of touch upon some new colors to try at affordable prices that you can just pick up at the drugstore or online on places like Amazon or just some other random websites that are $10 or less. I feel like is a good, if you invest. If you want your own at-home kit and you want to invest in a few nails, we feature a lot of articles like that on our website. And just have fun. Explore your nails in different colors. It's fun to do, especially in the summertime.
Yeah, and we'll be putting more nail colors up on the e-commerce store too.
Yeah, in the box. Yeah.
And in the box as well. So definitely look out for that. And can't wait for next week. We have a great episode.
Yeah, stay tuned.
Rock
Rock it like a redhead.